What's up? Quazi here, and today I want to share with you how you can develop any skill to the level of mastery, or to just develop it to a level where you can get the results that you want to get. And this is important because every day we're doing something in order to get a result from something, but what we don't understand is whatever we're doing is basically a skill, like making money or going to the gym to get the body that we want, or even meeting the partner of our dreams. It's still a skill to be able to go out there and put yourself out there, and in order to meet that person. What we don't want to accept is sometimes it's up to fate, and even if it's up to fate, we can still take the reins to control our own reality. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. What I've discovered is, in order to develop any skill, there is in the Kabbalion this idea of the three planes, which is the spiritual plane, the mental plane, and the physical plane. And in these three planes, we can encapsulate anything that ever exists. So in regards to skills and developing skills, you can develop a skill set through mastering these three planes. When I talk about the spiritual plane, and if you want to develop a skill, let's say you want to become more muscular, or you want to get a six-pack, and you want to take up going to the gym and diet. So in regards to that, if we want to look at the spiritual plane, what we do is we visualize our final destination, and we visualize the process by which we want to do it, and that's the spiritual plane. We can't really control the spiritual plane. We sort of try to access it through our emotions, our feelings, and that's basically what manifestation is, just connecting to the spiritual plane, trying to align your efforts and your actions. It's basically like allowing probability and allowing chance to work in your favor, because you're putting in the right action and you're still not getting the result that you want. And sometimes it's because you're unlucky, but what we want to do is align the railroads in our tracks so we can progress, we can cross the bridge without any problems, and we can put in the action and the time that we want in developing a skill set and in getting the results that we want, and fate won't draw us astray. So the spiritual plane in developing a skill set would be to visualize the process, set a goal card. That's what I found very useful to me. So in the example of developing a good physique and getting strong at the gym, what I did was I set a goal card saying that I want to look like this by January 1st, 2019. I want to have a physique that's this proportion, chest size in inches, shoulder size in inches, being very specific with your goals as you would read and think and grow rich, and setting a deadline at the time frame by which you want to achieve that. And also, as you know from the goal card, you must write what you're willing to give in order to do this, in order to get this result. So in order to get the body that I want to get, I want to give 3 days a week, 2-hour sessions of 3 days a week at the gym, and also follow this diet protocol till January 1st, whenever I set my goal. That's what I'm willing to give in return for this physique. And that's how you can use the spiritual plane in order to align yourself with the goal that you want to achieve. Now, in terms of the mental plane, that refers to the exercises that you're going to do and understanding the information. So all the information that you consume, all the theory that you consume, that refers to that mental plane. So how you're planning your strategy out, how you're going to do those workouts, and what you're going to eat for your diet, and that's basically what it is for the mental plane. So that's how you can control the mental plane in your favor. Now, in the physical plane, that refers mainly to consistent action. And most people don't understand the importance of being consistent with your action, following through with your goal card. If you're doing everything that you said you would do in your goal card, then there is no reason that you shouldn't get the result that you want. Maybe it'll be a little later than January 1st, 2019, and maybe it'll be a little sooner, but you will get there, and it's all a matter of having faith in it. Now, these are the three different planes that you can use in order to develop a skill to mastery. And by skill, I mean getting the result that you want. But in order to get the result that you want in something, there must be a skill set to develop you into getting there. So the journey to 1,000 miles begins with the first step. And if you progress step by step and develop your skill and slowly get higher and higher, then you'll develop whatever skill you need in order to get the result that you want. Let's say you try to manifest a lot of money into your life and you want a certain amount of money. Let's say you want $100,000 in your account. In order to make $100,000 by January 1st, 2019, you must make $50,000 by X date, or $2 by X date. Basically, you must make it in increments, unless you want to win the lottery. In that case, I don't know how that would energetically work. You must have to be really lucky. The journey to 1,000 miles begins with the first step, and if you put yourself up into working step by step in order to get to the place that you want to get to, then it'll be much easier for you to energetically align to that level. So, to recap, in order to develop any skill to the level of mastery, to the level at which you get the results that you want to get, the three planes need to be addressed: the spiritual, the mental, and the physical. And personally, I've found this to be so powerful because now I can replicate results in any field. And this all started with going to the gym and bodybuilding, but then once you start to do it for a while and you start to study spirituality, I've found out that there are deeper principles, deeper underlying principles that govern any single skill set in life, any result that you want. And that's why manifestation really works. It's because you start to focus your mind to the task that you want to achieve and the result that you want to get. And once you start to focus your mind, you don't have to rely on motivation because you're constantly visualizing something and your reality becomes that. Whatever you hold in mind tends to manifest. So, to recap, three planes: the spiritual, the mental, and the physical. And in the spiritual, you visualize your final goal, you visualize your process by which you have set in your goal card that you're going to do. In the mental plane, you consume information in order to you experiment. Basically, you experiment with new workout routines in the case of working out, or money. In the case of making money, you experiment with the stock market, or maybe whatever business you want to do, you're passionate about, whatever source of income that you're getting. And lastly, physical. Whatever you're doing your action taking must be consistent, and consistency is key. So in the gym, I say my goal card that I will do 3 days a week at the gym, and I consistently stick to that. And over time, the results will show. In this developing skill set mind frame, this growth mindset, the one key thing to understand is there should be a dispassionate resolve to develop this skill set. It doesn't matter what result you get, because the results are just one part of it. Understanding and loving the process is basically the deeper, more profound aspect of getting a result. If you ask someone who's made a lot of money and who's enjoyed doing so, who's happy with his life, they'll never say that they didn't enjoy the process by which they started to make the money, or the process of bodybuilding, or the process of anything. It's just they get what is called the flow state. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it helped. If you haven't gotten a copy of Life Mastery yet, this book is where I outline all of my morning routines, my night routines, and my manifestation techniques that I know. And I hope it'll help you. So check the link in the description below. Have a good day.